Social media will bring out the worst in you. It will make you a shadow of what your beautiful, wonderful, happy, healthy self can be. Why? Well, there's many reasons why social media is bad for you. You probably know them all. The one that's most common is comparing yourself to others. Now, this is a natural human thing to do, but social media puts it on a massive scale because we see people that we're never going to meet, that we never would have fathomed of even having in our minds had it not been for social media. You see supermodels, you see celebrities, you see people who seem to have their lives in order, even if it's just your friends or people you know from school. People only post the best of them on social media. I do it, you do it. When I'm showing off my muscles at the gym, I don't choose a photo with crappy lighting or where I'm not flexing. It's always the best picture that I choose. And people put filters on things, people, choose certain angles that make you look like the best, when in reality, that's not how they actually look. It's just a tainted image that taints your mind as well. Makes you think, oh, I wish I had a physique like that, or oh, I don't know how he does it and I can't, oh, it's all genetics. And it's a real shame because this can be detrimental to your mental health. Another thing that social media promotes is lust. Now, lust is a very powerful thing, and it's something that's being subtly promoted in this modern world. You see it everywhere, advertisements, everything's sexualized, clothing, everything. And social media is no different. How long does it take you to scroll on Instagram, TikTok, wherever, till you see a provocative image? A girl with basically hardly any clothes on, doing provocative things, shaking her backside. It's just insane. Like, I can literally go onto the following suggestions on my Instagram, and I will be guaranteed to find a girl who's posted a thirst trap on her story, or just has very provocative images, wears provocative clothes. And I'm not trying to shame people for this, do whatever you want. It's just really, really concerning that this is just so common, that girls feel the need to post themselves like this on social media. And you could argue it's liberating, it's freedom, okay, but I think a lot of girls do it because they want attention and other girls are doing it. They don't want to be left out from the crowd. And that's really sad. And it's also from the male perspective. Imagine going on social media and your brain is being fried by all of these pretty women, and you start to feel bad about yourself because you're seeing all these pretty women and you might have a certain self-doubt of, I'll never be able to get a girl who looks like that. She wouldn't want me. She's too good for me. You also see relationships on social media that remind you of your own loneliness. That can be very sad. And again, it's a combination of comparison and lust that really just turns you into a very sad and depressed version of yourself. Another thing that, on a bit of a lighter note, is when you're sat on the toilet, right? Pause. When you're sat on the toilet and you bring your phone with you, you have a pee, you have your doo-doo, whatever you're doing, and you'll pull out your phone, and you've already done on the toilet, but you're still scrolling. You're watching some video, you're doing, messaging someone, whatever it is. 10, 15, 20 minutes go by. You're still sat on the toilet, right? You've got your trousers around your ankles. It's only then that you snap back to the present and think, oh, damn, I better get up, right? You get up, right? Your back is in pieces. You feel like your spine has turned into a question mark. And at that point, you're questioning, why did I waste this time? And social media makes us very unmindful. Time seems to disappear when we're on social media. When we're scrolling, when we're making a post, when we're choosing the correct song to put on what is it on Instagram? You can have like music notes and whatever. Oh, I hope I get so many likes. I hope I get more than 5 likes this time. we spend our times trying to form our digital identity, and it affects our actual identity, whether that be through our self-image or through our health. Like, your posture is going to be destroyed if you keep sitting on the toilet in this question mark, bent over, leaning against your phone. In 20, 30 years, your body is going to deteriorate much faster because you didn't take care of it in these subtle ways. And also because you wasted so much time when you could have been productive or just moving around, but you were sat on the toilet scrolling, or just in your bed way past when you wanted to get up, wasting hours and hours and sacrificing your future self's happiness. Another thing that social media brings out the worst in you, and this is something that I've been directly affected by, coerced by, is it brings out can bring out a very critical side to you. A very vindictive and a very judgmental side to you. I had a YouTube channel months ago where I wanted to make self-improvement videos. I watched self-improvement videos like Hamza, and he speaks in a very controversial way. You know, he tells you to like shut the F up in the videos, and I like that kind of content. I like this controversial, I like this slap in the face content, because I hate videos that just beat around the bush and baby you and give you 1,000 disclaimers and tell you, oh, if you're offended by this, I'm so sorry. It dilutes the message they're trying to give. Hamza doesn't do that. He just tells you, right, this is the truth. If you don't like it, get out. And I did that, but yeah, it also brought out a very critical and horrible side of me. I began criticizing people I knew. Now, of course, I didn't mention any names, I didn't leak anyone's identity, but I criticized people. I just judged people for their life choices. It was very ironic because I made so many videos about being positive and having empathy for people, yet I lacked empathy. Like, I literally I made a self-improvement channel. I tried to be positive. I made videos about going to the gym, about getting better sleep, about eating healthy, about building better relationships. Yeah, I ironically ruined a lot of my relationships. It was people that I'd not talked to in ages, but they found the videos. People were very angered by it, quite rightly. And I laugh upon it now because I was trying to be like Hamza, and I felt the only way I was going to succeed on YouTube, because I had a channel before that channel where I made comedy videos. I was having some success with it, but I just became disillusioned. And I made so many videos on that channel, and I felt that I needed on this new channel to be controversial, otherwise people wouldn't watch me. And that's kind of sad if you think about it. It's sad that I felt the need that I needed to be this horrible version of myself and to basically gossip. That's all it was. Gossip about people, criticize the way they live their lives. I had a mixture of where I wasn't, completely cutthroat. I did say I was grateful for my time with certain people and what have you, but I was speaking about people in a way that if I was to watch those videos and hear those things about myself, I'd just be outraged. I'd be like, why? What has brought this about? And another reason I spotlight that is because I thought I had anonymity, that's a hard word, on the internet. I felt that, I didn't have that many subscribers. I only got to 250 subscribers on that channel. So I thought, oh, people will never find the videos. People did finding the videos, because once it's out there, it's out there. It gets shared from person to person. And of course I had to deal with the repercussions, had to make some apologies. Never made an apology video though, because I never made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment. And yeah, that was probably the thing that was worst about social media for me, is that what it brought out a version of me that was just very harsh for no reason and just chasing views, trying to get famous by being controversial, which so many YouTubers, thousands and thousands of YouTubers, disprove that, because they're not controversial. They bring joy to people. They are just their happy, authentic selves. Why did I feel the need, and this links back to identity, why did I feel the need to be a different person? And this is the same with other people on social media. People feel like they need to be a heightened and elevated person of themselves and make their lives seem better than they actually are, so that people like them, so that they get validation, so that they get likes and comments and whatever. And you know, it links back to all of these things I was talking about, comparison, lust. I will admit there was a time when I was Instagram maxing, when I was trying to make my Instagram look the best so I could attract girls, you know. Superficial, I know, but I don't think about that really anymore. It's something that, you know, all guys probably go through this phase. I mean, we spend our lives trying to attract women a lot of the time. A lot of what we do is for the motivation of women. Call that shallow, call that superficial, whatever, but it's the truth for a lot of guys. And I was no different, but I felt that, I needed to have this social media presence, which was very contradictory, again, very hypocritical, because I'm not really a big social media person. Like, I never had Snapchat throughout high school, never had TikTok at all. I only have YouTube, Instagram, WhatsApp, if you can count that as a social media thing. And if I've genuinely found a girl who was like against social media and she just didn't have it, that would be my ideal. You know, because like I said, I've listed all the reasons why social media, I can't even talk, can be toxic, but I don't know. It's very hard not to have social media in this world because everyone's on it. You know, people have major FOMO, fear of missing out, where they're afraid they're going to miss out on certain things. But I didn't have Snapchat throughout high school and I did just fine. But who knows, maybe I could have had a more popping social circle. I know there's no point dwelling on the past. All I can do is learn from my mistakes and try to improve things, you know. And I'm not acting like I'm the Messiah here. These aren't revelations. This is just me making observations from my own life, from people around me. I've literally written a list in front of me of what I was going to say. You know, social media. I made the point about lust, about comparison, about being mean, and of course, toilets. And I hope you can just learn something from my mistakes and learn that social media can sabotage you. And you find that the people who are happiest are the ones without social media. Because to have social media, you have to have a really, in order to be truly happy with social media, I think you have to have a very thick skin. Like, not be easily offended, not be sensitive, and not, you know, compare yourself to people all the time, which is extremely difficult not to do. And so if you're thinking about deleting social media, deleting YouTube because it steals your dopamine, or, you know, it steals your brain power in a way. If you're thinking about deleting YouTube, deleting Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, whatever it is, truly consider how that can have a benefit to your life. Because I think it will. I think that deleting social media is very, very powerful. And maybe it's something I'll do in the future, but that's another thing that I have to consider. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Otherwise, I won't recharge any of your rechargeable batteries. That's literally come to my mind because I've got 20 rechargeable batteries on my desk that my dad told me to charge, but they're all faulty and I've yet to get rid of them. But anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless. I'll see you in the next one. And as always, you take very good care of yourself.